One of the best things about mobile gaming is that it's portable. You can play wherever you want, whenever you want. And the trouble with this setup is that many games do require an internet connection to play them, and that stinks. So here at Android Tools, we've compiled a list of the 15 best Android and iOS games that are fully offline. So if you're sick of your games asking you to connect to the internet just to play them, today's roundup is for you. Now let's jump right in. Kicking off the list at number 15, Toga. Toga is an exciting and addictive game, now available on smartphones where you can destroy enemies with a sunbeam. In this game, you have to take control of the main character, who's a unique creature. After all, he has a mysterious power that allows you to incinerate enemies with just one look. But for this, you need a quick reaction as well as various skills that you'll need to be able to pump throughout the entire gameplay. For each destroyed enemy, you'll receive shards of souls. With the help of them, you can pump your character as well as discover a new level for yourself, where you can meet even more severe enemies. And the graphics are pretty colorful and well animated. Everything is done in bright colors as well as a mystical format that creates an indescribable atmosphere. Now at number 14 is Mudness Offroad. This is an off-road simulator in which your car constantly skids or gets stuck in the mud. It doesn't help that there can be up to 20 players on one server in which they all crash into you and then you can hardly budge, especially if you don't have all-wheel drive. Fortunately, the developers added a winch. As for the graphics in Mudness Offroad, they're excellent, especially due to the lighting and wet surfaces on the roads. Birdsong also adds points to the overall immersion. According to the gameplay, we must complete tasks. For example, transporting workers to the sawmill. It's a pity that they don't let you ride huge trucks, at least at first, but they will let you transport cargo and for a while. Filling our number 13 slot is Bug Dolls. Bug Dolls is a first-person horror game in which your character wakes up trapped in a house with an insane killer armed with a chainsaw. As you might have guessed, your mission is to get out as fast as possible. But escaping this horrifying house won't be easy. The action takes place in the small town of Zhukovsk. In the autumn of 1991, and the entire population of the town was evacuated for some unknown reason. Now you're an ordinary resident of the city who didn't have time to evacuate, and so you're forced to get out on your own. In the game, you need to explore the deserted city, solve puzzles, and find a way out of the situation. Either kill or run away, and it's up to you, fight or flight. After some time, you'll be able to make 2 types of weapons. Breaking into number 12, we have Gear Club Stradale. This game doesn't just focus on racing, it's the collection of the cars that receive equal, if not more love from the developers, Eden Games. Right off after the tutorial, you're introduced to the club in what appears to be a picturesque Italian villa. It's a difficult feeling to describe, but the way that the game shows your prized automobile, whether it's in front of the building or in the garage, just feels so right. And the fantasy of being a car aficionado is captured perfectly here. Thanks to the superb console-level graphics and the way it's presented in the game, when you're not busy fawning over the cars and customizing inside and outside of them, you'll also be outside racing. Controls are rather simplistic and you can only steer or brake. Next up at number 11, we have Pumped BMX Flow. This is a 2D arcade game where you'll have to ride a bike to get to the end of each level, trying to get as many points as possible by doing flips along the way. Controls are very intuitive. You use your right thumb to control your speed as you ride your bike, while you use your left thumb to do different flips depending on how you move it. You'll have to compete in more than 100 different tracks where you'll come face to face with tons of impossible jumps. There you carry out more than 1,000 combinations of different moves. However, the most important thing to know is how to land, because if you don't do so with both wheels on the ground, you'll end up crashing. Down to number 10, we have Gear Enigmas. Gear Enigmas is a game full of puzzles for you to solve together with a young man named Carl. This game's set in a mysterious house full of secrets where not everything's as it appears. Make your way through the rooms by completing various puzzles and learning about this family's mysterious history. It has stunning graphics that depict each level like a visual novel. Tap on different objects in each scenario to activate new mechanisms or collect them to use later in order to access new rooms. Keep in mind that each scenario in Gear Enigmas also includes dialogues between Carl and other characters, like his mom. From these conversations, you can extract additional clues to help you solve each puzzle with less trouble. Moving on to number 9, we have Alien Food Invasion. This is an action game in which aliens have launched an invasion, and the first place to land was chosen by a remote farm inhabited by a rather eccentric family. The aliens didn't even know that they'd made a fatal mistake, and now the entire further operation's gonna be under threat. All because the locals weren't as simple at first glance. And most importantly, uninvited guests taste very wonderful and nutritious too, so they become the primary target for a team of gourmets with obviously unhealthy inclinations and complete disregard for the technically more developed side. Improve your family and your farm, hunt down aliens, and create delicious meals to sell to your hungry customers. Coming in at number 8, we have Sandbox City. Sandbox City is a low-poly graphics racing action game in which gamers have the opportunity to enjoy the chaos and madness of the Sandbox City, in which there are both residents and zombies that try to arrange a full-fledged end-of-the-world scenario. You need to maneuver, shoot down targets, avoid collisions with other drivers, earn rewards, and just have fun. Players aren't driven into any framework, and they decide for themselves what to do and in which direction to move during your trip. And the main thing isn't to get into accidents, otherwise you'll have to start all over again. Next up at number 7, we have Xenophobia. Xenophobia is an exciting and addictive game where you'll complete interesting tasks. Now, in this game, you have to plunge into the terrifying atmosphere of horror, and you'll play as the main character, who will hide from terrible monsters that'll pursue her throughout the gameplay. You'll complete tasks, hide in various shelters that are created for you. Also, you'll find excellent graphics presented in HD quality, as well as a slightly pixelated format, but the camera view will be from above and the models themselves are drawn in 3D. Management is pretty intuitive and you can easily handle it. Down to number 6, we have the Infernus Paradise. This is a spectacular performance of a low-poly graphics racing project in which players are waiting for high speeds, as well as dizzying stunts. The tracks are laid through picturesque landscapes, there's a change in weather conditions, and much more take care of making the process as spectacular as possible. Well, the variety of locations won't allow you to get bored during the passage. Twisty turns, ramps, loops, and just the absence of an obvious road makes each race driving and unpredictable for the participant, so the earned rewards will be doubly pleasant for those who deserve them. Moving on to number 5, we have Ninja Chowdown. Ninja Chowdown offers an entertaining and comical experience to players by combining the runner-style gameplay with the chubby 2D pixel art aesthetics of the game. It's enjoyable to watch and engaging to play, and this is one of the best options you can find on mobile right now. Donatsu is a cute chubby ninja whose story you follow in Ninja Chowdown. He loves donuts more than anything. The adventure begins with the traveling Rollins' leader. Sushi Sam steals the no-nut from the dojo. And no one but Donatsu is skilled and badass enough to get it back, so you have to fight your way to the top of the food chain of the world's food chains in this ninja and food-themed indie game. So cute! Next up at number 4, we have Ariel Knights Never Yield. This is a sci-fi style 3D parkour action-adventure game in which you'll need to control the protagonist to run, avoid the pursuit of the enemy, and expose the truth. Try to always stay afloat and don't fall into the traps set by the enemies themselves. Move between different locations, jump over obstacles, slip them down, fight for your own life, and uncover even more secrets that are important to show other people. Take care of yourself, act quickly, carefully, bravely, and atypically for the enemy. The game has a total of 13 levels, each level has 3 different difficulty modes for you to choose from, and each difficulty has different bullet times before encountering obstacles. Coming in at number 3, we have Zombie War. Zombie War is the popular zombie shooter. To become a true legend, you'll have to destroy all the zombies. According to the plot of the game Zombie War, in 2029, the T-virus turned almost all of humanity into zombies. You're the only survivor, and the rules are pretty simple. Grab a weapon, kill zombies before they eat you. Now your life is an endless struggle with zombies and other mutants. The game features an offline, first-person shooter, which you can play whenever you want, a decent arsenal of original weapons to fight zombies, and more than 10 different maps with a fascinating plot. Next up, down to 2, we have Rise of Demons. This is a fast-paced, old-school style first-person shooter in which you'll slay zombies on your screen to unique demons. With modes like a time trial to extra life pickups, the game gives you a full choice and complete freedom to master levels. The game features a unique and exhaustive skill tree where you can upgrade your skills and master them. With fast weapon switching, fast grenade cooldown, you won't be able to lift your thumb from your device. Your survival depends on your reaction time and mobility. Turn the areas into your personal playground and play it your own way. Wipe the entire area with your grenade and attachment and your launcher, or go loud with Boom Barrel's shotgun. In our number 1 spot today, we have Gunfire Reborn. Gunfire Reborn Mobile features a mix of FPS, RPG, and roguelike elements, and it's packed with action. It's got quite popular on PC, and the mobile version will have all 4 acts, weapons, and other stuff that the PC version has too, alongside controls that are designed for ease on mobile devices. So it has solo and co-op modes. You can play alone or with your friends. Accompanied with this, Gunfire Reborn Mobile features low poly graphics that do work quite well for players, and the mobile port is a really more scaled down version of the original, according to the developers. There you go! So those are our favorite picks for the 15 best offline Android and iOS games of April 2022. If you think that some games deserve to get a mention in this roundup and haven't, please let me know their names too. Just comment below. I hope you've enjoyed it, so please leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Once again, I'm Sarah. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!